All right, happy Monday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Arctic Air Studios. The air is going to get Arctic tonight around West Texas. Snow flurries, they're talking about maybe to the north of the Hubbleplex. So if your area is too Arctic, you know what to do. Call the bear, callthebear.com. We got a lot of stuff tonight. Texas Tech Bowl game, I think is a good matchup. I'll get your thoughts. What do you think about that? Non conference schedule killing Texas Tech basketball. It's got to change. College football playoff on your mind. We got that. Kansas City wins again with the doink field goal. And then we got Cowboys and the Bengals tonight. So whatever you want to do tonight, this is your show. Now on Mondays we find out what do you know to be true. So you can tell us what you know to be true about anything and everything, and we hand out Raiderland helmet stickers for those who deserve recognition for being awesome. So there you go. That's the rundown. Now you know what to do. Mm, here we go. Product placement. All right. So all that and more, and why you should be thankful for NIL and the transfer portal if you love college football. That was the commentary today. You get no SMU, Indiana. You don't get any of that. You don't get Arizona State. You don't get any of that playoff action without the NIL and the transfer portal. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com, coming to you from the Arctic Air Studios. Everybody who gets in tonight on the chat line, communication, transom, you're coming to us from United Supermarkets in Market Street. That's right. They support Texas Tech. They support you. They support the local community. They got the You Can Share food drive going on right now. Then there's other grocery stores around here that send money and put it on a scoreboard in Austin. Take your pick, spend your money where you want to. Sideline provisions. That's right. It's Christmas time. You want to look good. All the latest in Red Raider apparel brought to you by Great Red Raiders. You can get it locally at Quarter Four. Now, if not, go to the Quarter Four website. That's the old Cardinal Sports Center. Go to Quarter Four, Red Raider Provisions or whatever it is. It's down on the right hand side. Click on that. Go down. Sideline Provisions. Wherever you live, they will ship to you. And of course, by the Reserve. You want to watch some Monday Night Football, Cowboys tonight, get a great meal in an awesome atmosphere where they have the audio on. You can actually hear what's going on at your table and everything else there at the Reserve, 103rd and Quaker. Man, it's so good. So check it out. Great new menu items. Schnitzel. That's right, schnitzel at the Reserve. All right, questions, comments, you guys fire away. We were on last night, about 2 hours earlier, talking about Tech basketball, a little bit about the bowl game. You guys know my thoughts for the most part on basketball. This is a good team. Could be a really good team, but right now they're behind the eight ball because the non-conference schedule sucked, and you lost that game to A&M, and that hurt really bad. And now you've got a hoopshd.net number of 60. That's not good. That's like 25 spots out of the NCAA tournament right now. So you got to make that up in the Big 12. We can talk about that. We can also talk about Tech playing Arkansas. Do you like it? Do you like the matchup? The portal opened up today. Nothing new, nothing that we didn't expect from a Texas Tech standpoint. So nothing really crazy going on right there. Up to you. You tell me. James gets in first. He is logging in on Facebook. Yeah, like our Facebook people. You got three ways to get all the information. I want you guys to subscribe to all of them. They don't cost a thing. So you can get it on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media. Again, don't cost nothing. And the YouTube channel, we're growing that every day. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Don't cost nothing. Then watch the show wherever you want to watch it. So thumbs up from James. So let's see. First off, I think the line that came out, if you're giving me 2.5 on Tech right now, you don't hear me say this very often. I'm loading up on Tech. Arkansas today already had 20 people in the portal. Tech, you guys, you know who's in the portal for the most part. Then it's going to be a matter of the biggest question will be, will Taj Brooks play? And I hope he doesn't. So take him off the board. I think Texas Tech should be a field goal favorite straight up in this game. Arkansas is not very good, but they hung a number. Vegas hung a number yesterday going SEC, Big 12, Arkansas. Let's see what we can get out of people. And I haven't seen it here in the last 30 minutes. I'm surprised that there wasn't a couple of big money chunks hit Texas Tech at 2.5, particularly 2.5. It's a field goal freaking win. But I'm here to tell you right now, I think Texas Tech should be the favorite in this game. Notre Dame wins it all. Notre Dame will lose to Indiana at Notre Dame in the first game not televised by NBC at Notre Dame Stadium since 1990. When that game goes down and Notre Dame will be proven the fraud that they are, should not be in there, and they will lose to Indiana. I mean, Cignetti will have those guys so ready to go. It's unbelievable. Notre Dame loses by 2 touchdowns, maybe at home. James, would non-major bowl games be better if they were more regional? Yes. It's almost like you saw the show on Sunday night. If Tech were playing in Arizona against Rutgers or somebody, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. So if we're going to keep these bowls around, and we got to get rid of them. I mean, for America, we've got to get rid of them. But we're going to keep playing crap games like this. We're a 6-6 team from the SECs. SEC is in the. At least make it regional. Give me a reason to hate it. So if you're a Tech fan, if you're over 40 years old, maybe, you've got Arkansas hate and memory from the Southwest Conference. Maybe you have to be you probably have to be my age. That I was a senior or a year out of Tech the last year that they played in Lubbock in the Southwest Conference. Good Lord, I'm getting old. So yeah, you younger pups, you really don't have any grown-up hate on Arkansas. But if you want to make it regional, if you want to make it matter, then do it with games like that. I think this is almost the best deal you could get for Tech, other than maybe playing somebody like in Arkansas in San Antonio or Houston. So you're in Texas. Memphis, not that bad, easy to get to. But yes, I think you're 100% correct, James. They would be much better if they were regional based with regional hate. We got you in tonight, brought to you by Sideline Provisions. You can get it at Quarter4 in Lubbock. You can order it online on their website. So check it out at quarter4.net. I think it's .net. And the Reserve in Lubbock, a culinary tavern. Good people. All the communications brought to you by United Supermarkets. Solid bowl matchup. Do you like it? Tech basketball, non-conference schedule, killing you. They got a lot of work to do going into Big 12 play. Oh, what? We got 2 more games left? Yeah, they're only going to hurt you. If you happen to lose one of those, it'll kill you. We can talk about the Kansas City Chiefs tonight. Cowboys will lose to the Bengals. If I were laying 3.5 with the Bengals, I think I'd feel pretty good with that tonight. And they're not very good. Alan jumps in on our YouTube channel. Has everybody subscribed to YouTube? I hope you have. Don't cost nothing. Grow it. And everybody on YouTube, please, everybody watching on YouTube, give thumbs up, share it. That helps grow the metric, and it makes my wife feel so much better about me doing what I do for a living. Tech should play in the Sun Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Texas Bowl, or Alamo Bowl only if there's not playoff spot. Alan, Tech should not play in a bowl game. None of these bowl games should exist. But if they're going to exist, make them regional based, like we said, against people who might actually hate people, against schools who might actually have a rivalry that don't play all that often. That's the good thing about Arkansas. You hadn't seen them in almost a decade. 2015, the last time you saw them, you know? Do that if you want these games to matter going forward. I don't think we do, though. I think we want to get rid of them. Timbo, he's got the cool real double T logo right there on our YouTube feed. Built up plenty of hate for the Hogs in Jones Stadium as a student. You must be at least my age or maybe even older. Texas Tech, the last time they were in Lubbock, beat the hell out of them. Absolutely beat them, like hung up 42 on them, something like that. And that was in 91. 1991. Hold on a second. I can get this right. I think it was 91. Yeah, it was 91 that Tech beat them in Lubbock. In 90, Texas Tech beats them in the hills in Arkansas. And a game that Tech had to knock it down a last gasp pass around the goal line to get the win. So they won the last two against Arkansas. Jan, I can hate Arkansas. I lived in West Memphis. By the way, West Memphis might as well be Arkansas. Till my junior year in high school, everybody there loved the Hogs. Yeah, West Memphis, Raleigh, Egypt High School. Shout out David Coker. Ryan, I used to disagree with you about bowl games mattering, but in playoff era, they're an afterthought. Ryan, welcome to it. I don't know what took you so long. I don't know why it took you so long, but the bowl games have been irrelevant for really decades now. And if you know the history of bowl games and why they even exist and everything else, it makes it so much easier to get rid of them. It's just corporate handouts trying to drive tourism going back to the Depression era. But that's a topic for another time. But yeah, they don't matter. I mean, these are games that if the NFL said these are the playoffs over here, but we're still going to have Dallas play Tampa Bay because we can put it on TV. The bowl games exist for the most part because they're owned by ESPN. ESPN has to give their advertisers a certain amount of ads run during a certain time period to justify what they charge for the playoff advertising. So ESPN bought the bowls. It's TV freeloading. It's welfare, and it's just content. They don't give a shit about any of the games. It has to be on. They have to air the ads. The ads run, and that's how they can get the dollar figure for the price point from these advertisers to drive the numbers for the playoff. That's all it is. That's it. Cliff beat Arkansas. He also lost to them, but he beat them. Then he went off in the post-game press conference there in Arkansas, and he just got all over Brett Bielema after Bielema the year before shoved it up, it wasn't good. West Memphis, Arkansas, across the river from Memphis. They got a river, big river, flows down there. Big river. Not the Kern River, but big river. Glad to have Ryan with me on the bowl games. The sooner we get rid of them, the better off we are. 16-team playoff. Then when we go to 72 teams in college football, we can actually have a 32-team playoff. It can be done. Oh, I know what we called that. What do we call that? Oh, yeah, 1AA. And it'll be awesome. It'll be great. And life goes on. And the other schools, I don't care what you do. Not my problem. Solid bowl matchup for Texas Tech. How many of you guys are looking forward to it? You tell me. Non-conference in basketball hurting Texas Tech. It wasn't so much, talking about basketball for a second, it wasn't so much that you lost A&M. It was that you had played such a poor schedule that you couldn't afford to lose to A&M. That you put yourself in a position that all of a sudden you really needed to beat A&M to drive your RPI number up. And without JT Toppin, you looked lost offensively against a decent team with a pulse. And you find yourself now playing ORU and Lamar with no chance to drive up the RPI. Then you open up Big 12 play with UCF, and we know what happens after that. We have another thing going on that is happening right now, that the Big 12 is down RPI wise and the SEC is up. So you're not getting the huge bump necessarily that you had been over the last 5 years, 6 years of just being able to roll into the Big 12 and say, hi, we're a Big 12 team, put us in the NCAA tournament as a 6 seed or better. You may not get that this year. We've seen that in baseball the last couple of years, that Texas Tech would have relied on and had a good RPI bump from the Big 12 baseball schedule. It didn't happen because the Big 12 wasn't that good. I fear, I worry, I cogitate, and I hesitate to say that it's factual right now, but the Big 12 might end up being a drag on Tech if Tech goes in with their RPI 60 and above, and it will, because it's going to go down just by playing ORU and Lamar. You're going to start somewhere around 70 on the hoopshd.com RPI. This is the most talented Tech team, I think, in the last 4 or 5 years, if JT Toppin is healthy. If he's not, you're a really average team. So you got some work to do. You got some work to do. Let's go back to the comments on the United Supermarkets Market Street chat line. And Tyler, can't make heads or tails of this team. Most confused I've been in a while. I lean that they are very talented individually, but they can't play as a team. I've seen them play well as a team, but I haven't seen them play well as a team a whole lot against a good team. And that's, again, the problem of the schedule. It's got to be changed. If they'd played this A&M game 2 or 3 times during non-conference, I think we'd have a much better look. And again, with JT Toppin out there, they're, I think, a really good basketball team. He wasn't out there. Can men's basketball get through conference play with less than 5? No. Right now, this team, I hope they're 500. I don't know what the foot and ankle injury may be for Toppin. I don't know where this team is against good competition. So if you sit here and ask me today, James, can they get through with less than 5 losses? Hell no. If they can get through 500, sign me up for that. There is no reason to believe right now, from what we've seen, that they can do that. I hope they can. The flagrant foul on Overton changed the game. Unfortunately, it did. You were in a bad spot already. I thought that was dicey. The TV announcers seemed to think it was dicey. But you also had droughts of, let me see what we got here. Scoring droughts. 240. Another one, what was it? You had one of 240 late. 331 before that. So that's basically 6+ minutes late that didn't have anything to do with the flagrant foul. And you also didn't take a layup or a jump shot or anything other than a 3-pointer under the 10-minute mark. So I'm not going to sit here tonight, Ryan, and say that damn foul call, that was a turning point. No, it wasn't. You couldn't freaking score. David, 500 losses. That would be excessive. I don't think they can get there. SEC looks good, but seems like all conferences are down compared to previous years. Stupid NIL player empowerment. No, great player empowerment. Love it. Dear Hyatt. Oh, it's the fake Natalie Maines, who may or may not be the real Natalie Maines. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? He's fine too. Or she. I mean, the fake Natalie Maines would probably be like super hot and sexy, right? Don't you think? Kind of busty, maybe a little weird. Why is it so hard for people to understand that you don't get a lot of practices for bowl games? I can't tell you how many people I saw today saying it's going to be great for Tech to get extra practices. Can you please put out a PSA, set the record straight for good? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The sports that you give us, just so you know, love you. Dude, I've been saying it for years. It's just an old trope that coaches started in the 70s and 80s and 90s when there were like 8 bowl games and you got to practice until New Year's. So you'd have like 3 weeks of practice and everybody was coming back. And he had all these practices. And that's also when you were limited in the spring and limited in the summer and limited and you couldn't do all these things. And now you can pretty much work out shell practices by position year round. So the whole thing that people glom onto, God, no, we're gonna get these things. No, take out travel, take out finals, take out Carol of Lights. No, that was last night. It's not that many practices. And then if you actually practice for the game, which I would assume that a lot of teams will actually do like game plan practice, well, then that's not playing the freshmen and doing all their stuff. But it's something that coaches and media feel compelled to say to justify the bowl games. The practices, baby. It's a bunch of crap. Bunch of crap. Any coach who is being honest would tell you, I would rather have like 5 more sessions in August when they're actually going to remember it. It's the players I have that are going to actually play. They would rather have that than any of the garbage practices during the bowl game. Please. Carry on the fight, fake Natalie Mays, though. People are stupid. James Helmet stickered all the high school football teams still playing in December. Amen. Hope your cheerleaders are wearing Santa Claus hats. Ain't nothing cooler, ain't nothing better than going this far and your cheerleaders get to wear Santa Claus hats. Our team, we never got that. We didn't even have like Thanksgiving turkeys. Conversation goes as long as your comments and questions are good tonight. By the way, everybody on Twitter, share this, invite people in. Everybody on YouTube, share this, invite people in. Give us thumbs up if you can. Makes my wife feel good about what we're doing. You know, I'm not a lawyer and everything, but if you guys on the YouTube channel, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, would share this and increase the metric, that'd be good. Facebook, same thing. You can invite people in. Now, I want some cross-pollination between everybody tonight watching the show, that if you watch on Twitter, go subscribe to our YouTube deal. Go subscribe to Facebook. Don't cost nothing. Watch where you want to watch. That's cool. We give you options. Jan couldn't score. Couldn't hang on to the ball. God, I hope we're talking about basketball. Couldn't hang on to the ball. You can't win with 18 turnovers. As Spack would say, we shot ourselves in the foot. You had 18 turnovers, 18 to 9 points off turnovers yesterday on that. I'm looking at some of the notes. You had second chance points, which I don't have in front of me, which I know they dominated on that. You only had 18 points in the lane. So you were 12 of 31 shooting three. You were 25 there. 13 of 20. You were 13 of 20 Tech basketball when you didn't shoot threes. I think that's about 65%. Now, I'm not smart, but 65% seems better than 38%. North-south. The goal is over there. Much like I say with, throwing the ball downfield. The fish are farther out. Hey, North-South, Texas Tech basketball. I get it, JT Toppin not out there, but run some freaking North-South offense. The offense was a 3-man weave out top, and A&M yesterday just baited you, invited you to be out there on the perimeter, pass lazy, turn it over, and not do anything. This team, no more than 18 three-pointers in a single game. Ever. Period. End of sentence. You're not that good at it. But they've got a great percentage. Doesn't matter. The percentage doesn't. The percentage 3-point percentage shooting to me is one of the most deceiving stats in basketball, depending on the number of attempts and what happens when you don't score. Horrible. David Collier, who's on KMAC 28, local ABC affiliate, he's on television. He looks good. He does all the HD makeup now. Hey, Collier, by the way, the HD makeup, that's got to suck, right? I mean, it's like horrible makeup. 15 second chance points for the Aggies. I may even have that. Hold on a second. I may still have that up. See if I can find that. 15 to 7 second chance points. They had 18 offensive rebounds to Texas Tech's 9. Points in the paint, 26 to 18. And you had 7 fast break points and they had 15. Now, 7 fast break points. And you shot how many three-pointers? 31 freaking three-pointers. And you had 7 fast break points and they had, okay, there you go. Randy is on Facebook. That's a social media platform and certainly not a drug. Did you see that David Collier's own Choctaw won the 6A D2 title in Oklahoma? Could they beat or could they contend with the Texas teams left in the same division? Longview, South Lake Carroll, Humble, Sumner Creek, or Vandergrift? I have no idea if they could or not. And I don't know if that is the answer to that, but I have no idea. I've always figured Oklahoma football at its best would probably stand toe to toe with Texas at its best. That the absolute best 2, 3, 4 teams in Oklahoma, I would put them up there against Texas, top 2 or 3, and say, all right, let's give it a go. Then I think there's probably a severe drop down in the next 2 divisions to what Texas does in the next 2 divisions. And then after that, there's probably a leveling out. Let's see. A miracle is happening in Dallas. The roof is open. What about the curtains? Got to worry about the curtains, right? The blinding light, the moons of Saturn tonight could be dangerous. I'll still take the Bengals. I'll take them actually by more than a field goal and a half, maybe 6. Take the Bengals by 6. David Collier from KMAC 28. But I'll still take my state title. They haven't had one since 1960. Whatever it is you're saying, I believe it with all my heart. Who cares? Quit watching Jerry's Circus, says Robert. I gotta quit watching it. I don't watch it. I'm doing a show right now, man. You guys watch it. You guys can't quit watching it. I know Robert's going to watch it. Everybody who says they don't watch it watches it. That's why they're worth $1 billion, man. You can't quit watching it. Helmet sticker to Ludwig Auberg, getting 6. Where did he get 6? I wasn't even paying attention to golf. Forgive me. Sorry, golf. Come back to me in the spring, golf. I'm sorry. I have no idea what he was playing in. But good for him. Send more money to Texas Tech. All right. Got about 2 more minutes left tonight. I didn't really think you guys would be strong enough to give us the full 60. You guys have gone the full 60 now. I applaud you on Tech football, on basketball, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Tomorrow, Tuesday's best on the website, theraiderland.com. We'll give you a topic. It'll be a great topic, best topic ever, greatest topic ever. And you'll give us your 2 best examples of said topic. They have a few more things for you. So you're going to rock that out, right? I know you are. It's going to be great. I really didn't think you'd get us the full 60 tonight. And I got a really depressing thing going on. My favorite watch right here is running slow. Is it a battery? Is it puking up? What are we going to do? It's a good watch. You know, what are we going to do? Have a good evening. Damn it, Joe. I'm going to do the best I can. Thank you for putting the pressure on me. Appreciate that. Randy, state title in Texas with the band playing Christmas songs at the half is better than a natty in college. I wish I could have experienced it at some level. Do you think the Lady Raiders have a chance in conference play? Yeah, I think they do have a chance in conference play. I think this is a pretty decent team. Um, I will be surprised if they don't make the NCAA tournament. How about that? Disappointing loss in Fort Worth will hurt them. Already did. Already did. All right. You guys are pretty decent tonight. I'll give you credit. I mean, Collier came in and carried the water for most of you guys. Let's not lie. He came in, showed up, carried the water. Tomorrow on the website, theraiderland.com, as we mentioned, column in the morning, the Raiderland 60 seconds commentary rolls out about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, so don't miss that. And then, if you don't mind, share this. Put it out there. We're going to put it on theraiderland.com. We want you to subscribe to all of our platforms. So that means if you're on Twitter, go to YouTube and subscribe to YouTube. You don't have to watch it there. You can watch it on Twitter, but whatever you want to. And all of you guys, other places, go to Facebook. Make sure you're subscribed there. It'll be good. Life goes on, but it don't cost nothing. That's a good thing. But it grows what we do and allows me to do even more of what we do here. All right. So I got to hit this button here, and then I will strike a seductive pose, much like Fred Garvin. Anybody remember Fred Garvin? Probably not. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow on the website. Appreciate you jumping in, Collier.